Good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. And the title of today's talk, this morning's talk, or Sunday, should I say, sermon. You know, I wanted to be a minister back in 1970, and ministers give sermons on Sunday. And here I am giving one every day. But instead of using the Bible as my source of inspiration, I use my everyday life. I'm liberated from the book. Anyway, the title of today's sermon is The Hurt in Ice Cream. The Hurt in Ice Cream. Now, I've been writing about one of my favorite movies, The Hurt Locker, which beat Avatar for Best Picture when Avatar came out. And I keep discovering the wisdom of hurt in this movie. It's really about the wisdom of choiceless, the choiceless choice. The Hurt Locker is about choice, and ice cream is about choice. Because when I first started with yoga, when I failed as a minister, I wanted to become a yoga minister. So I got a guru and went to yoga and everything. And after, this was in Cleveland, and there was the Light of Yoga Society. And after meditation in the evening program, we would all go over to the local Baskin Robbins and choose a flavor, you see. And that's what Baskin Robbins is about, and ice cream mostly. You choose the flavor you want. You got choices. And of course, an ice cream store that has 3 or 4 choices will not be as good as one that has 20 choices. So you keep discovering new choices. Oh, let's have pumpkin strawberry. Oh, I'll try that. Keep choosing. You know, what flavor do you want? Well, flavors become boring, so we keep adding new flavors, new choices. And our society is proliferated with choices now. And this is what the Hurt Locker was about. Our hero who comes back from Iraq, where when you're deconstructing a bomb, you don't have a choice. You're either alive or dead. There is no I made the wrong choice, sorry. There is no wrong choice. You see, there's no wrong choice when you're deconstructing a bomb. But with Baskin Robbins, there is always another choice. I chose the pumpkin strawberry pistachio flavor. Oh, that wasn't too good. I'll choose another. You know, there's always another choices, you see. But what is when you're in the Hurt Locker, which is the movie, the Hurt Locker is having choices. In other words, it's the calculating mind that is the hurt. So when you're deconstructing a bomb, metaphorically, there is no choice, because if you don't, you're dead. you know, you're either alive or dead. And I think our hero in the movie, the Sergeant, whatever his name is, said that once when he was describing what he did. You're either alive or dead. But with the Baskin Robbins life, with the life of flavors and choices, you always have another choice, you see. And there's always boring. In other words, boredom sets in with whatever flavor you choose, because it's the same old flavor. It doesn't excite you. It doesn't stimulate you. It's not new. It's not, that doesn't have that original excitement, you see, of something new. So we're looking for, what are we looking for in the Baskin Robbins of choice is that original, that original wonder. But when it's just a flavor, you see, we never get there. It's just a flavor. So it's almost like, metaphorically speaking, now we're talking in metaphors here. I'm not talking about literal ice cream stores, you see. If you're going to work with me, follow me, you have to understand everything is metaphorical. So don't come up and say, well, I don't do that when I go to an ice cream store. This is not personal. This is metaphorical. So it's pointing. We're pointing to something. We're pointing to something that's liberating. We're pointing to something that's mind-blowing. Well, that's a good phrase, mind-blowing. What's mind-blowing? Well, you blow choices out of the water. You see, with ice cream, everything is ice cream before flavor is added. So it's as if we are looking for the original ice cream through the flavors. So we want a flavor of the original ice cream, and no flavor can give us the original ice cream because the original ice cream has no flavor. It's empty. It's empty. You see? So if you flip this, you know, we're through choices. Our culture keeps creating choices. How many choices? You know, this is where the key moment in the Hurt Locker is when the sergeant comes home and he goes to the Walmart to get some cereal, and there's a canyon of cereal, so many choices, and he just grabs one and throws it in and walks out. He doesn't care, just grabs one. And this happens all here at my house all the time, particularly in the past when people used to come here, and I would take them in to show them my inheritance from my uncle Tommy, 500 martini glasses, and I would have them on shelves, and I would say, and they would say, oh, look at all the beautiful martini glasses. Well, pick one. If there was a couple, I'd say, pick one each. You know, they'd go, oh. And invariably, the woman would pick one, and, oh, I like this. And then she'd look over at her husband, and he's kind of got his arms crossed, and he's kind of like the sergeant in the grocery store in the cereal, like, he can't choose. He can't choose one. There's just too many choices. And so the woman, his partner, will see his perplexity, and she'll pick one. Here, honey, how about this? Oh, thank you. That's just the one. So it's kind of like, so you have to get a handle on this, you know, is that our culture generates more choices, the proliferation of choices, as we chase the original choice, which is choiceless, or the ice cream, metaphorically speaking. The ice cream before it becomes flavored. And the ice cream before it has flavored has no separate taste, you see. It's the original ice cream, and it's tasteless. Now, but we have to get alike. Who are you before your flavors are born? Who are you before you choose who you are? Who are you before you choose to be a doctor or a lawyer? Or who are you before you choose to be good or bad or anything? All these choices. Who are you before you choose yourself? Who are you before you choose the flavor you want to be, or discard the flavor you don't want to be? Either way, you see, it's all Baskin Robbins. Who are you before you calculate the flavor you want to be? The flavor that will give you status or happiness, or choose the yoga you want to do, or the spiritual tradition you want to follow, or whatever. Who are you before you choose the means to an end, you see? Who are you before you choose? We don't know, because everything is presented to us in our reality as Baskin Robbins. I'll pick that. I'll be at when I was in high school, senior, all this. Well, who do you want to be? What do you want to do? And so I didn't. Well, I'll be a doctor. Well, I'm going to be a doctor. Why not choose the best, you know? And then when I got to the University of Virginia, I discovered I didn't want to be a doctor. So I became an alcoholic. I became a drunk. I didn't become an alcoholic. I just became a drunk and then dropped out. And then I joined the Navy to find out who I wanted to be. And what did I find? I wanted to be out of the Navy. Anyway, another story. But you see what I mean? We're always presented with this choice, particularly when we're young. Who do you want to do? What do you want to do? Oh, and you go to college and you got all these flavors. You got all these flavors to do, you know. Oh, I want to take these courses, you know. It's all Baskin Robbins. You go to the store, it's all Baskin flavors, but flavors are empty. Flavors are empty. That's why we keep having to have new flavors, because they're empty and they're not satisfying. Flavors are not permanently satisfying. So we have to have a new flavor, a new hope, a new illusion, a new dream. A new flavor. Try that. Oh, pumpkin pastrami. Whatever. You know, so this whole culture we live in is just one big Baskin Robbins, and we're all looking for the original ice cream. That is not a choice. Who are you before choice is born? See, choice comes in two. When there is one, there is no choice. You have to have two. And then you have to choose which is the better. Well, this one is a little bit longer than this one, so I'll choose this one. Or, oh no, this one is shorter is good, I'll choose this one. Oh no, this one's got a little dirt under the fingernail, so I'll choose this one. Of course, you know what, the one finger, when there's one finger, you know, what is this a symbol of here? Fuck choice. There's no choice. How do you get back to the original fit, to the one? What is the one before it became two? What is the ice cream before it became flavors? Well, we can't choose it. It's not in Baskin Robbins. The original ice cream is not in Baskin Robbins because you are it. You are the original ice cream, and of course you're not going to be on the display of flavors. So we're looking for ourselves in the wrong places. We're looking for the original you. You are looking for the original you in the Baskin Robbins of flavors, and that's the Hurt Locker. So we're looking for ourselves in the Hurt Locker, and all we get is more hurt because we can't find the original ice cream before it becomes flavors. We're looking in the wrong places, you see. We're trying to choose. We think freedom is choice. This is the American mantra. More choices, more freedom. That's why Americans hate communism or socialism, because there's no choice there. You go to the store, a communist store, there's only one loaf of bread, the straight bread. There's no choice. So it's kind of like a metaphorical place where there's no choice. And ironically, that's what we really want. We want to get back to the original self before you choose who you are, before you choose a flavor. We want to get back to the choiceless choice. The choiceless, and this Krishnamurti talked about that, the choiceless choice, you know. And Zen is about that. Zen points to the choiceless choice. The monk says, oh, you know, does a dog have Buddha nature or not? The monk asked Jashu, does a dog have Buddha nature or not? You know, what, yes or no? What is the flavor? What's the choice? What's the answer here? Yes or no? Tell me. I can't put my mind to rest. My mind is torn out by choices. I can't choose who I am. I can't find who I am. If a dog has Buddha nature, why do I feel like a dog? And Jashu says, moo. Is he saying yes or no? Is he saying this flavor or that? Moo means no. And moo points to, or is, the choiceless choice, or the one that has no second. Mu is you. You are the choiceless choice. You are the ice cream before it has a flavor. When Buddha awakened, when Sakyamuni, a Buddha, awakened as Buddha, he exclaimed, among heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one. And when a monk asked Jashu, what is there? Is there anything beyond choice? And Jashu said, I alone am the honored one. And the monk said, well, there's choice in that. And Jashu threw him out. Get out, you miserable monk. You don't get it. Thanks for dropping in. I bet you want to go to Baskin Robbins right now.